Substitution for Ashford Utd, coming off number 2, Yale Scarlet, coming on number 18, Matt Hodgkin.
Lloyd, thanks for talking to us after that tonight. 2-2 draw at home against Sevenoaks. 65 minutes, we were completely bossing the game, 2-0 up. Something happened and somehow they managed to get 2-2. What are your thoughts? You look obviously quite furious.
Yeah, I couldn't be more angry. So Saturday was a game that was really out of our control. There was not a lot we could do about the circumstances we found ourselves in. Today I couldn't be more disappointed and more angry than I've been, I think, since I've been a manager here. I said at half time, that's as good as performance as we've put in since I've been here. And I mean since I've been here, not since I've been manager, right through. I thought we were competent in every area, we dominated every area, and we could have done better when we got in behind them with some deliveries. But we hope that'll get better in the second half. We went out in the same vein, and unfortunately we had to make changes because we've got players that are not quite fit yet. And if I'm honest, as soon as we made them changes, it killed us as a side. And that's no disrespect to the people we brought on. We have no other options right now. We will have in a week's time. We went for as long as we could into the game, but we should still be good enough to see that out, and we weren't. So yeah, I'm really angry.
Yeah, I mean, I always try and look at the positives. I mean, that first half performance when you had Miguel and Jefferson out on the left, terrorising them, spraying the ball about. I thought Rory was phenomenal in midfield. It was really a sign of things to come for this Ashford team, don't you think?
Yeah, 100%. I have to try and flip it into a positive on the basis that, like you said, I think their first goal was about 75 minutes. And until that point, we dominated, I thought, in every area. We knew Sevenoaks would keep going. I warned them that at half time. But we started becoming a little bit sloppy, and we were sloppy because there was tiredness. We tried to make changes, but we're playing people that perhaps it's hard to get into them sort of games. So I don't want to be too critical, but the first goal was just a genuine catastrophe as a team, that the players involved or the player involved knows a lot better than that.
Just put it in a rose head,
just put your foot through it. I have no idea what's going through his head. The last thing I said to him before he came on, I said, listen, just be a defender for me today. Don't be clever. Don't cause any problems. Be a left back. Don't be a left winger. And we give the ball away in a disastrous area, and we give a shocking goal away. And from that point onwards, it just felt like it was coming.
Yeah.
I thought we'd see the game out when we get to where we get to. And I don't think the lad who hits that finish will ever hit a finish like that again.
Josh Wisson, wasn't it? He's come back to haunt us.
Yeah. And it's a finish. It's a side foot finish. It's not a strike. It's a weird one. But you can probably tell how angry I am. I thought we were outstanding tonight most of the time. I think if our players are match fit, which by Saturday you'd hope they will be, we don't have to make the changes we had to make, which changed the game completely for us. But then, in another week or so, when I make them changes, I've got real quality and real players to bring in. And that's no disrespect to Matt Bodkin. Matt Bodkin's 42 years of age. We're bringing him into a game that's really fast-paced. It's hard to get the pace of the game, but I still expect better from him, if I'm honest.
Yeah, I mean, it was great to see goals from Louis and Harrison to get their sort of season going. Jefferson was phenomenal tonight. Everybody was really excited to watch him play.
Yeah, I thought, listen, I said in the dressing room at half time, our midfield three, I thought, were again, the best display I've seen from midfield three, all three of them.
Yes.
Particularly Rory was doing what I asked him to do, but the other two dominated. They showed good footwork. We put people in. We were very, very good. Defensively, we were really strong. Gary, and I said this to him at half time, this isn't a Gary Lockyer night. They've got two big, strong centre halves. But what that means is it frees up Louis and Jefferson, and that was where I thought we'd get joy, and we did. And we started in the same vein in the second half, but all of a sudden, I think we started taking a few liberties. We had a few loose passes. And I said to him at half time, if you give teams a little bit of momentum, a little bit of room to step into, they'll step into that room and they'll get a little bit of belief from that.
Yeah.
If you're ugly and you put balls into corners and you have Jeff running into corners, and then Bruno when he comes on, teams go, I'm not getting any joy here. So I don't think we were professional enough as we saw the game out, and that's what I've just had a go at the boys about.
Yeah.
Individual mistakes have cost us, there's no doubt about that, but we should still be able to see that game out.
Yeah, well, on to the Cup on Saturday against Homesdale. Have you got any news? Is Tate out of that?
No,
one?
yeah, Tate's suspended, so he's got a one-game suspension.
Yeah.
And that's that as I said, that's Saturday. Then he'll be back for the next league game, which is good. But I'm going to keep repeating. I don't care who we play. If we play to our maximum, like you saw, for 75 minutes, I don't think there will be teams that can match us. But if we drop our standards, which we did tonight, not just in the individual play, we dropped our standards. We let teams back in it, and we won't get what we want. I said Saturday, we're only 3 points off the top. Now we're 5. So now we've got to start climbing very, very quickly, or we lose pace, and we don't want to lose pace.
Well, we've got time. 2 games down, 40 to go. It was a good crowd here tonight. Well over 500 people who had a thoroughly entertaining 75 minutes.
yeah, we did. And again, I've got to remember, after 5 games last season, we only had 2 points.
Exactly.
We won't be in that situation after 5 games. I'm sure of that. But I'm bitterly disappointed. I'm really, I'm disappointed for the supporters. I said to Stoney after I walked out, I said, there's over 500 people here tonight for a midweek game. That's brilliant. And they might be entertained, but they'll also be disappointed because I am.
Yeah. Thank you for talking to us again, Lloyd. On to Saturday.
Cheers, guys.